Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi students, welcome to our classroom. I'm gonna be your English teacher this semester. On our first lesson today, we're gonna study about self-introductions. But before getting started, let me do it for you. My name is Siti Juwaria Sobariati. My students usually call me Bu Juwaria, Buju, or Bu Siju. I was born in Blitar 44 years ago. And now, I live at Jalan Kalimantan, number 141. I'm from a family of 3. My only child is approximately as old as you. And now, in this year of 2020, he is in his 10th grade of Senior High School 1 Blitar. I have been teaching at SMK Blitar since 2004. Do I have hobby? Of course I do. I love lovebirds. I usually kill my spare time to take care of them. There are 7 couple of lovebirds in a quite big cage in front of my house. I have also an unforgettable experience that was in 2009 when I got a motorcycle accident which made the loss of my right hand functions. Okay students, that's all about me. At the end of this lesson, you must be able to introduce yourself. Well, let's start our lesson now. Hi students, welcome back to the lessons of self-introductions. I'm sure you have ever introduced yourself. We usually do it in our first time of meeting with other people. It can be in anywhere and any situation. You might introduce yourself in your English class, your extracurricular events, or some other activities. Now, what must you do in order to be successful in introducing yourself? Yes, you're right. You must prepare it before doing it. Make sure that it must have been written and learned well before, so that you can do it or you can speak smoothly and fluently. Okay, let's get started by the basic of self-introductions. The very first thing that you need to say when you are introducing yourself is a greeting. You have to know that there are 2 kinds of greeting. They are formal greeting and informal greeting. When should you use formal or informal greeting? It depends on where you are and what situation you are in. Well, let's have a look on the example. Firstly, we have formal greeting. We may say hello. Hello is considered as formal, but it's okay when you use it in informal. So, hello can be both used in formal or informal greeting. Now, we also have good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. When you want to use these expressions, you have to make sure that you pay particular attention to what time of day it is. Suppose you are at 7 o'clock in the morning, so you have to use good morning. If you are at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you have to use good afternoon. And when you are at 7 o'clock in the evening, you have to use good evening. One thing to note is the use of good day and good night. In English, good day is considered as old-fashioned saying. It is very formal sayings and uncommon to use. But good day is commonly used in Australian English. It is considered as informal one. Also note that good night is normally a send-off. It is equivalent for goodbye. So, suppose you are at 7 o'clock in the evening and you want to greet someone else, you have to say good evening instead of saying good night. Now let's talk about informal greeting. Informal greeting is usually used to greet someone that you are comfortable with. In this kind of greeting, we have hey, what's up, hi, hiya, and what's good. Well, that's about the greeting. Now, the second one, we have your name. There are many ways in introducing your name. The very basic one is I am or am. Then, followed by your name. I'm Juaria or I am Juaria. We may use my name is or my names in a situation where the majority audience cannot see you. For example, if we are on the telephone, we may say my name is Juaria or my name's Juaria. And then the last one, when you are in a large auditorium, let's say, or in a convention center, you may say, this is Juaria. Then, let's move on to the location. It tells about where you are from and where you are living. Now, let's have a look on the example. Firstly, we have I am from, then followed by place name. I am from Blitar. Then we may also use I am, then followed by nationality adjective. Let's say I am American, I am Indonesian. If you are from somewhere that is quite far from the place where you are introducing yourself, you may say I come from Australia. So we use I come from and then followed by a nation. Okay, when you wanna say where you grew up, you may say I was born and raised in, then the name of the place. I was born and raised in Jakarta. And then when you were born in a place, then you grew up in a different place, you may say I was born in the place but raised in another place. I was born in Jakarta but raised in Surabaya. When you want to say that you are from one place but now living in another place, you may say I grew up in Blitar but now live in Malang. Okay, the last one is when you want to say how long you have been lived in a certain place, you may say I've been living in Aceh for 3 years. That's about how to say or to introduce your location. Well, students, those are 3 basic things in introducing yourself: greeting, name, and locations. We can add them with age. The basic one, we may say I'm 20 years old or I'm 25. That's how to introduce your age. Okay, then you may also add your family. It will tell about your family. Then let's have a look on the example. You may say I'm from a family of 4. show the number of your family. Then, when you want to talk how many brother or sister do you have, you may say I'm one of 4 siblings, or simply you may say I'm one of 4. When you have no brother or sister, you can simply say I'm an only child. Okay? That's how you can introduce your family. And then the last one, you may also tell about your hobby. Let's say the example, I really enjoy gardening. I'm a big fan of football. I'm a keen tennis player. Okay, students, those are 6 things or 6 points that you can tell when you are introducing yourself. Okay, students, what you have to do now, practice introducing yourself. Start it by writing down and then read more and more. Then you have to practice it without reading. Okay, students, that's all what I can explain to you. Hope this will be useful for you. Practice more and more. See you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.